And then I nearly took my own life. I didn't want to be here. Even my daughter being born couldn't do it for me. And I thought, well, listen, I'm not going to be able to do this on my own. I know there's people out there, that are in the same boat that I was in, and I want to be able to help them. And if they're more likely to listen to Ricky Hatton, then I'm doing a good job to be honest with you. Because I'm crying every day. I want to kill myself every day. So what do? You keep it inside, don't you? And it's the worst thing you can do. Go and speak to someone and get it off your chest.
So here is 21-year-old Ricky Hatton, voted the young boxer of the year.
Ricky, we know you are a prominent ambassador of a bunch of mental health charities, including CAM. CAM is a campaign against living miserably. How did you get involved in this? Because for those who don't know, life hasn't been a bowl of roses for Ricky Hatton for forever and a day, because you hit some very low spots, didn't you?
Very much so, yeah. And the reason why I'm doing so much for these mental health, and anti-suicide, charities is because of the stuff I'm experiencing now. Being a grandfather, seeing Campbell turn professional. I fell out with Billy Graham a few years ago. I made up with Billy Graham. And then I nearly took my own life. I didn't want to be here. And the life that Ricky Hatton is having today, and the stuff that I'm enjoying today. I know there's people out there, that are in the same boat that I was in. And I want to be able to help them. And if they're more likely to listen to Ricky Hatton, then I'm doing a good job to be honest with you. Because we've had a terrible time. We've just come out of the COVID company where we've been locked in our houses, won't we? Away from our family, our friends, and our loved ones. And then the minute we get back out, the cost of living's happened. So mental health, I think for a reason, is certainly part of it. As people's heads are falling off, because of what's happened recently, and and there is, there is help there for you. Calm, there's a helpline there. You can get on it from 5 o'clock till midnight. If you're having a little bit of a bad time, phone up. It's 0800 58 58 58. That's 5 o'clock till midnight. If you're having a little bit of trouble, you're having a little bit of a tough time, I promise you. You don't have to sit there in silence. You don't have to be on your own. Phone this number, and whatever's on your mind, get it off your chest. And tell you what, you've got half a chance of doing it. Then don't sit there and dwell. Get on this helpline, I said, and
0800 58 58 58. How did you pull yourself out of it, Ricky? Or did you? Did you need the help of others?
No, it was very, very hard. I thought, my son Campbell. And then my girlfriend at the time became pregnant with my first daughter, Millie. And I thought, come on, Rick, it's not about you anymore. It's about your family. It's about your kids. You get yourself together. And I thought that would turn the corner on me. And even my daughter being born couldn't do it for me. And I thought, well, listen, I'm not going to be able to do this on my own. If my daughter isn't my daughter, who I love dearly, isn't getting me back on track, it proves I can't do it on my own. So I went and saw a psychiatrist. I went and saw him, and he opened the door. I fell on my knees, and I put my arms around his legs, and I just said, you need to tell me what to do here. You need to tell me what to do. I'm not going to be here next week. If you don't tell me what to do, I will kill myself. I won't be here next week. And it was the best thing I ever did, getting it off your chest and, and sharing it, and it's hard for men. You can't go in your local and say to the lads, can you, I'm crying every day. I want to kill myself every day. So what do? You keep it inside, don't you? And it's the worst thing you can do. Go and speak to someone and get it off your chest. And if I had have taken on my own life, I wouldn't have seen Campbell go professional. I wouldn't have been a granddad. I wouldn't have seen my granddaughter. I wouldn't have seen my daughters turning into the lovely people. Lovely
how had it got to that stage, Ricky? How had it got to that low stage? Well, what was the catalyst?
I think it started with Mayweather. I was down. I was devastated, and it was just in a mindset of highs and lows. I got beat by Mayweather, and everyone say, "Well, it's Floyd Mayweather. There's no need to be embarrassed." But I thought I was going to beat him, and when I didn't, I took it hard. But then I decided, I felt like packing the game in, and then I decided to carry on, and then I boxed at the City of Manchester Stadium in front of 55,000 fans against Juan Lascano. So that was a dream of me. I always wanted to fight at City Stadium, so mentally I was back up then. Then shortly after that, then I fell out with Billy Graham, who was one of my trainer and one of my best friends. Yeah. So then I was down. I was devastated by that. But then
what about your parents? There was a fallout there.
Yeah. And then I fell out with then I boxed Paulie Malignaggi, and Nolan Liam carried the belts in for me, and it's always like, I was up again. And then I got knocked out by Manny Pacquiao in 2 rounds, so mentally I was down. And then I fell out with my mum and dad, and I sat in my living room one day, and one afternoon, and I sat there. I thought, well, listen, I've got to retire now after that Pacquiao fight. You know, my best days are behind me. So I thought, I've got no boxing, I've got no mum and dad, no Billy Graham. I was on my own at the time. I was single. I've got no missus. I thought, what do I need to be here for? I've worked so hard, you know what I mean, and I can't share it with my mum and dad. I can't share it with Billy Graham. I can't share it with a missus, you know. And I didn't care whether I lived or died, and it was horrific times. Tried killing myself several times and that. And I think when I look at my life today, you know, the things I've got to be so grateful for, you know, and I just say it again, you need to go and speak to someone. It doesn't matter. I could do anything in that boxing ring, but I tell you what, could I sort out my mental problems, what was going on between my ears? I couldn't, and I went and spoke to someone, and that's why I'm involved in things such as, you know, the Calm charity and that, because it's so important to me, because I know there's people out there, and if you are listening, go and speak to someone, please. Yeah.
I think that's a message, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you need help is there.
Absolutely, and you don't really, God, you know, I'm Ricky Hatton. I was like a 2-weight world champion. I made Kostiuszko and his feet, you know what I mean? And you know, and I'm saying I couldn't do it. I needed help, and I tell you what, I'd love to turn the clock back, you know, fighting in Las Vegas again and hearing there's only one Ricky Hatton and carrying world title belts, but that's been and gone. But I'll be honest with you. Ricky Hatton has never been in a better place than what he is in present day, and I tell you what, and you know why that is because I went and spoke to someone, and I got my life back on track.
This is what it's like. This is what the Durans and all that. This is the gift that they had. I think growing in confidence, getting more shots off.
Oh, he's got him with a left hook though. That one definitely shook Roland. Roland on the floor. That's Hatton's answer. This is his favourite round for finishing fights. The fourth. He's done it a lot lately, and is he going to do it again? Look at the eyes of Roland as well.
And landing twice, good shots. There's the first one, really good left hook to put him down.
And then we saw Hatton doing... There's still just under a minute and a quarter left for him to survive in the round. That will seem an eternity. Another body punch has done him down for the second time. Is he going to get up? 7, he doesn't look like he wants to. It's going to be carried out. It's over. Hatton does it in round 4 again. Defends his title successfully at the end of a round in which he'd been shaken a bit himself.
Instantly switches it downstairs, sees a little gap, gets round the elbow and punches him to the body.
stunning Stephen Smith, as he calls himself.
Well, he's going to have to find something pretty stunning if he's going to put a dent in Hatton's record.
Oh, on the right hand, and down goes Smith. He kind of walked up to it. Headshot, gets up at 4, and he looks very ruefully.
Business wants to get this one out of the way, and it was a good, solid, straight right hand against the southpaw. Well, he looks on form, he's missing the shots coming back from Oliveira. Huge right and his sharpness, he really looked good. Put the shots together well.
Has never been as good. Several times tried to commit suicide. I kept doing it and I do it, and it went on for months. And then I realised to myself, I can't do it. I haven't got the strength. So then I thought to myself, I'll just drink myself to death. You know what I mean? So I just went on a drinking binge, just constantly, every day, all day. You know what I mean? And then obviously, you know, when to keep you drinking more, then obviously I started, you know, taking drugs. You know, the drugs would keep me awake so I could drink even more. Life has never been as good. To see how happy I am today with me mum, my dad and me kids, my grandkids, you know, and having gone through what I've gone through, I count my blessings every day for what I've got. And I tell people, I say, you're feeling down, you're feeling deep, go and speak to someone.
Here is 21-year-old Ricky Hatton, voted the Young Boxer of the Year.